I rise in strong opposition to House Concurrent Resolution 119. Less than 72 hours ago, Speaker Pelosi issued a statement in support of passing the tentative agreement reached between the Biden administration, the railroads, freight railroads, the unions representing the railroad workers, all the parties. Her statement specifically said, and I quote, "The House will take up a bill adopting the tentative agreement with no poison pills or changes to negotiated terms," unquote. Well, now, due to the failure by the White House to resolve this labor strike and the inability of the President and the administration to show leadership at a time of crisis, we have two resolutions before the House today. One, House Joint Resolution 100 is the tentative agreement, which I support. And this one, House Concurrent Resolution 119, that violates both the Speaker's pledge and the President's call for Congress to pass a resolution that compelled the parties to implement the terms of the tentative agreement. Again, the Biden administration reached this tentative agreement with the rail carriers, and a strong majority, 8 out of 12 of the railroad labor unions. The White House called the tentative agreement, and I quote, "a win for rail workers," unquote. Labor Secretary Walsh and other union leaders, they praised it. In fact, they took credit for it. But less than 24 hours ago, House Concurrent Resolution 119 came to us altering that agreement despite bipartisan momentum for averting an economically disastrous shutdown for our rail network. And let's just call this resolution what it is. It is nothing more than a political stunt. It's pandering, Mr. Speaker. Who needs the National Mediation Board anymore, or reviews by a neutral presidential emergency board when one side, or both sides for that matter, believe they can simply skip actual bargaining and accomplish what they otherwise can't from Congress? Today, my colleagues are truly acting recklessly and are setting a very terrible precedent. The priority should be protecting our economy from the consequences of a nationwide rail strike. A rail shutdown would severely disrupt supply chains. It would add to already a 40-year high inflation rate, lead to higher energy costs as winter weather raises demand and disrupts global food supplies. Estimates are that the America's economic output would decline by, and it's been stated today, by $2 billion a day. Avoiding these outcomes should be our top priority. Governing should be our top priority, not pandering and not playing political games with the economy. Instead, my colleagues decide to pull a bait and switch. That's what this is. This resolution simply compounds the failures of the Biden administration to come to a resolution. I strenuously oppose this cynical ploy by Speaker Pelosi and encourage my colleagues to vote no on this concurrent resolution. And with that, I would reserve the balance of my time.